have some interesting situations that we'll handle. North Korea, Middle East, lots of problems that we inherited from previous administrations, but we'll take care of them. We'll take care of them very well. We'll handle North Korea. We're going to be able to handle them. It will be handled. We handle everything. Thank you very much.
All right, that was the president earlier today, reassuring the American people his administration will, in fact, deal with North Korean aggression. Joining us now with reaction, Deputy Assistant to the President, Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Dr. Gorka, I'm really becoming alarmed and concerned. North Korea may be the defining moment, and much to our chagrin, because we've got so much to do for the country, of the Trump administration. And from my perspective, there's no good answer, because the Clintons gave North Korea nuclear weapons. All their bribes did not work. All their assurances and that they would not get nuclear weapons when we would give them money not to build them didn't work out the way they promised, just like Iran will not work out the way the Obama deal was structured.
Sean, you're absolutely right. The Clinton administration facilitated the strengthening of North Korea when it comes to these issues. And the Obama administration, with its so-called leading from behind and strategic patience, simply allowed that vacuum to be filled and was basically taken for a ride. So that's true, but that's history, and that's all changed. You look at what we've done in just the scant 6 months that the president has been in office, whether it's revitalizing NATO, whether it's the liberation of Mosul with our Iraqi partners, or whether it's simply the domestic national security successes with regards to illegal migration. This is a results-oriented presidency, and we're going to do the same with North Korea. And please understand, there's a whole palette of options. It's not a question of peace or war. There's lots of things that we can do, some of them less than overt, but the fact is this president will not allow American lives or our partners' interests to be endangered.
Well, we see and we read, this is really scary. If they can reach with their ICBMs, New York, and I know we have the ability to take these out of the sky, but I'd rather they never be launched. Here's the other danger, though. I worry about South Korea. I worry about Japan. If this guy is crazy enough, is he going to launch a nuclear war against China? I mean, I'm not exactly happy, nor is the president, how China is reacting to Pyongyang, and I think they need a stronger response. They have more influence in the region. This is more their regional problem than it should be ours, but I don't see a good answer. You take out the nuclear sites, what is he going to do next? Is he going to launch a missile on Seoul or Japan?
Look, let's look at what this man is really doing. This is calculated saber rattling. Every single launch is an escalation. But what's really their end game? Because let's step back. Let's take fear off the table. Let's look at reality. Remember Gulliver's Travels, that great story. America is a Goliath. We're a giant. 12 nuclear aircraft carriers. We've just commissioned the latest one, the USS Gerald Ford. North Korea, they can't even feed their own people, Sean. This is a Lilliputian little flea. The fact is, they know that we are not just a superpower, we are a hyperpower. Sean, this is nothing more than blackmail, but we will not allow ourselves or Western civilization to be blackmailed.
Well, I think it's also a tale to be told that we can't expect that bribing Iran is going to result in anything different than the attempts to bribe North Korea. Do you think he's mentally unhinged, mentally unbalanced, or is that an act?
Look, I don't know. I'm not a medical psychologist, a psychiatrist, but what you said is very important to understand. When it comes to countries like North Korea, when it comes to ISIS, when it comes to Iran, this presidency will stand up and call out evil when it sees it. When you see Stalinist regimes that maintain labor camps, think about that for a second. When you see non-state actors like ISIS maintain slave markets, we will not say, oh, well, you know, this is just a function of ideological differences or unemployment. We will call out evil when we see it. And you know what? America has stood up to evil before. And what happens, Sean, every time? We won.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gorka. Serious issues, real evil in our